Hello YouTubers! It's that time of month again, the time of month when Retro Gamer arrives on my doorstep and I get terribly excited and have a strong desire to share it all with you. Although in this instance, it's very late in the month and all I can do is apologise. I normally open this straight away and read it on the first day, but I've neglected it because I apparently had more important things to do. But then what could be more important than Retro Gamer? Nothing. Nothing could be. This month they've gone for the NES cartridge style, including a lovely little label up there. I'm not sure it sticks to that though, that's corrugated. I don't think that works. Property of RG. Lovely stuff, look at that. Imagine a NES cartridge that big. That'd be awesome. So what have we got in this issue? We have an advert for the Retron 5. Little introduction. Oh, they love their isometrics in Retro Gamer, and so do I. Join our reader panel today. Take our 3-minute survey. I may well do. Return of the Spectrum. That's not the Return of the Spectrum. The Vega. Look at it. You know, I like the concept for people. It's good for introducing to people who don't know how to use emulators but want to get back in on the retro scheme. But that does not work. It just doesn't look right. Oh, Jetpack. What a game. RoboCop. Look at these games. Saberwolf. Smurfs. Ugh. Lynx. I've got a Lynx 1, not a 2. I always preferred the Lynx 1. We've got the old Retro Corner. Who have we got today? Russell Piper. Top work, Russell. Paul Rose discusses the return of Digitizer. Teletext. Yes. The latest news from February 1998. That is still too modern. I miss the 80s one they did. I know they ran out of time, but they could start again, surely. Or maybe even tackle the 70s. There's some good machines in the 70s. Big Mac, the Mad Maintenance Man. Commodore 16. I like it when they cover the more obscure systems. The greatest NES games. I don't want to ruin this for you. Number 1 is Super Mario Bros. 3. Rightly deserved. Citadel for the Commodore 64. Nice game. Batman. There were so many Batmans on the Spectrum. I played a lot of the Batman movie game, but this is the isometric one, released a couple of years prior, I believe. Good game in itself, based on the original series, comic book style series. What's this? This looks... What is this? The Transformers. Is that the Transformers? Operation Thunderbolt! The follow-up to Operation Wolf. What an awesome game. Bit harder to control with the Spectrum keyboard than if you had a gun. Although equally as hard with a gun back in those days. ZX Spectrum, that's the version I had. I never played it on any other machines, nor in the arcade. What do we have? Imports. Biohazard. Double Dragon 3 of a Rosetta Stone. I've ripped it. RCA Studio 3. Look at this 70s. I was talking about 70s. Look at this 70s console. Look at that. That is a piece to behold, isn't it? I love it. Demonstration cartridge. Look at the box. You can't beat a bit of 70s boxing. 70s packaging, I should say. Racing games. Great time to be in. Joyce Weisbecker and her sister operating the Fred 2 computer. Joyce would also develop some of the early games. Top work, Joyce. Aladdin. Yes, one of my favourite games. I remember when this came out, seeing it on Bad Influence and thinking, my god, those graphics are phenomenal. Titus Software. Amstrad CPC. We've got Crazy Cars, the Blues Brothers, RoboCop 2003. I didn't realise there was a 2003 game. Might have to dig that out. Looks quite good. I've just done a video on that the other week. Oh, Highway Patrol 2. Oh my god. Not as bad on the Amiga and the Atari ST. Still pretty uncontrollable, but the DOS version, ugh. Winter games. Sonic R. Oh, Sega. Sega. You could have done so much more with Sonic. Nintendo did the right thing with Mario, kept it as a platformer. I know what you were trying to do, Sega. You were trying to bring it up to date, make it 3D, and you've stuck to your guns on that, and I have some respect for sticking to that formula. But when you start combining 2D and 3D, and you need to make your mind up, stick to it, and make it really good. Don't outsource it to shitty companies. Just make a good Sonic game. Give it to the world. The greatest SNES RPGs. Mystic Quest Legends. Illusion of Time. Yeah, there was some good SNES RPGs. Front Mission, look at that. Looks like it's ripped straight out of Warhammer 40,000. Or Ed 209. Super Mario RPG. Something that Nintendo have always been good at. Road Rash. Something that Sega have always been good at. Games with violence. Road Rash being an absolute classic on the Mega Drive. The Amstrad GX 4000. I have got one of those and I will be making a video about it soon. In fact, I will be comparing it to the Commodore 64 Game Station. Both of which were remarkably optimistic, shall we say, of the producers to make. Especially being based on such dated hardware. Although the GX 4000's hardware wasn't bad, it was pretty good. But compared to the Master System, NES and Mega Drive, which was out at the time, so I'm going to cut the mustard. The making of Resident Evil, great game. I say, having hardly ever played it. Theme Park, Bullfrog. Who is this guy? I should probably check. Mark Healy. A quarter of a century in the games business has seen Mark Healy go from pixelating Garfield to stuffing Sackboy full of love. Oh, my word. Paul Drury hangs out in his pod. Euphemisms galore. Perfect Dark. Legend of Zelda, here we go. Some newer games. 3DS release. 93%. Looks like it's one to give a go. Yeah, 3D Afterburner. Looks great for the 3DS. Grim Fandango remastered, only 77%. 3D Fantasy Zone. What a more can't speak. What an awesome Master System game. I must play it soon. I don't know why I'm singing. Maybe it's because I like the Master System so much. It's good to be bad. Homebrew. I'm always surprised at how big the homebrew scene is, but I love it. Must cover some more homebrew games. Star Letter. Let's read the Star Letter. I can't thank you enough for the feature on the Microvision on issue 136. It's been great to see a machine I had as a child finally represented in the magazine. Blah, 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 blah. With that in mind, perhaps you should cover these early formative systems. Okay, and what do they say? We're glad you enjoyed the feature. As for increasing coverage, didn't I just say this? I just mentioned this, didn't I? We love to educate people about the less known aspects of retro gaming, and the Microvision feature was a perfect way of doing that. You'll certainly see this sort of feature continue to appear in the magazine as long as we continue to make it. As for increasing coverage, we might not go that far. This is a very political statement, isn't it? One of the things about Retro Gamer is that we need to balance educating our readers. Of course you do. Let's see, Wares is a recent shop. It's a fairly recent shop that has already created interest for its crossover of retro and board gaming because the two are quite closely aligned. I imagine a Venn diagram would be almost circular. Could fit lots in there, couldn't you? Maybe people with a love of trains that could get in there somewhere. I like trains. Yeah. Steam trains, awesome. Don't knock it until you've tried it. Trashman in the next issue! I love Trashman! Speedball 2, Kung Fu Master! Oh, I'm looking forward to it already. Power Blade 2. But in the meantime, I will enjoy reading this issue, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.